Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? It is me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So why would you want to consider buying an OLED? Well, first of all, there's a reason why I'm showing you this IMAX. This is the IMAX movie. Yes, I might be the only geezer that has an IMAX version of a Disney movie. Tron Legacy 2. Tron 2 Legacy. This is in IMAX, but it is the IMAX 1080p. No HDR, just 1080p. And look at this. This is 1080p IMAX being upscaled with Alpha 9 processor from the LG to 4K, and it looks Gillette razor sharp. That just shows you how powerful the Alpha 9 processor is, and people who have OLED will tell you exactly that what I'm telling you here is true. Okay? Another thing I want to say, another caveat that you have on top of all the other features that the LG gives you, not to mention all the other HDR formats that are available. But if you don't have an HDR movie, or if you don't have a 4K movie, and you have your existing Blu-ray movies, let's say you have a Blu-ray movie, let's say you have an old Jurassic Park Blu-ray movie, and you would like to play it on your OLED with upscaling to 4K with the Alpha 9 processor, guess what? It's going to look much more sharper and much better. And then you add an HDR effect, which is right here. This is the HDR effect, which is right here. Yeah. That's available. I don't know how many of you knew this. You have many different effect levels you can use. You can use medium, you can use strong, but I suggest that you use the medium. Don't go low, don't go light, just go medium. And if you use a medium, I think you're gonna have a really nice HDR effect, picture quality. So the point I'm trying to come across here is, even on your 1080p movies, on your collection of the 1080p movies here, even on your collection of 1080p movies, you are going to enjoy having those 1080p movies upscaled, razor sharp detail on the OLED, and the OLED has the best contrast ratio. So right there, you're gonna benefit from the deepest, darkest black digital levels. And on top of that, you can also use the HDR effect, and with this HDR effect, you can have that nice immersive HDR feel to it that we normally see on the HDR metadata movies. But let me show you some more clips. Okay, this is just one scene. I want to show you some more. For example, right here, look at this, man. This is when they're riding those bikes and they're going upside down and they're spinning. Look how beautiful it looks here on the OLED with the HDR effect set to the medium. There it is. And look at this one. Look how beautiful this one looks. It looks almost, honestly, it looks almost as if I'm watching a 4K version of a movie with the HDR. And guys, this movie, it's only gonna look like this on the OLED. You don't expect this movie, 1080p movie, IMAX version that I have, to look that great on your QLED or your LED LCD television. It's an LCD panel. The LCD panel cannot produce this type of pitch black level canvas. It cannot reproduce this type of a contrast ratio that the OLED has. Simply cannot do it. I also had a 3D version of this movie somewhere, but I can't find it. I mean, look at this. This is almost three-dimensional. It looks three-dimensional, and Again, I hate to repeat myself, but we're talking about a 1080p. And look what Alpha 9 processor it's doing. A9 processor, the 2018 A9 processor is doing here to upscale this razor sharp. On top of the HDR effect that I'm using here with a medium level. Let me give you a better look at it right here. Remember, what you're looking at here, it's 1080p, upscale to 4K with the HDR effect set to medium. And look at this, bro. It looks as if I'm watching a 4K version of the film. This is Tron 2 Legacy. Tron 2 Legacy. IMAX version. Yes, I do have an IMAX version, believe it or not. I might be the only geezer that has the IMAX version. Or maybe not, I don't know. And guys, it's not just going to be me that's going to tell you this. It's going to be anyone out there who has an OLED and had LCD televisions before. They're going to tell you that no other LCD television can achieve what the LG OLED is doing here in terms of contrast ratio, in terms of very powerful Alpha 9 processing chip, and of course, when you add HDR effect, I mean, don't you want your existing gigantic Blu-ray collection 1080p movies to look like this good? Of course you want. And I know what you guys gonna say, but Mr. 4K, not all of us can afford OLED. Well, I understand that. I understand. I'm not saying that the OLED is cheap, but there's a reason why the OLED is so expensive. There's a reason why you're paying a higher price for the OLED, because you want the best experience. I'm not here to tell you, okay, what you should buy. I'm just trying to give you a benefit of a doubt. I'm trying to give you some reason as to why you might want to reconsider or consider to save some money and maybe get the OLED in the future. Especially with these new OLEDs coming down the pipeline with the HDMI 2.1, or maybe you should wait for the C10. I don't know. I personally gonna wait for the 8K version of the OLED. That's what I want. 8K version of the OLED. That's where I want to be at. But I'm dude. People ask you, when you're gonna get another TV, dude? Do I need another TV? In comparison, what I have right now, do I need one? Look at this, man. This is three-dimensional. It looks three-dimensional, and it's 1080p, upscale to 4K. Okay, so I'm not pulling any tricks here. What you see is what you get here, guys. And this is the beauty of the OLED. Perfect viewing angles, perfect black digital levels, and of course, the Alpha 9 processing chip that's going to make even your 1080p old Blu-ray movies look fantastic. And then if you don't have HDR on that Blu-ray, on that Blu-ray, which you are not going to have the HDR on their Blu-ray, well, guess what? You can use the HDR effect level, and I suggest that you use the HDR effect level on medium. Okay. On my next video, I will talk about what type of settings I'm using with the HDR effect. Okay. So I will talk about that on my next video. Right now, I'm just trying to kind of like to bring about the point about the HDR effect and the upscaling that the OLED has here. I will show you my settings that I'm using for this, okay? So, listen, when I make a video only if I have something to show you, only if I have something informative to show you. If I don't have anything informative to show you, I'm not going to make a video. And that's what this is about. This is about me giving you some benefit of a doubt in case you are still on the fence about the OLED. Here I am, 5.5 months, 6 months, still no burn in. I can leave this picture on for as long as I want, still no burn in. There you go.